Hi, this is the Black Mormon Reader, and I will be reading verses from the 18th chapter of Alma. Lamoni caused that his servants should testify to all they had seen concerning Ammon and the preservation of his flock and the cutting off of those arms. And he supposed that Ammon was the Great Spirit, that this was the Great Spirit. The men, his servants, said unto him, whether he be the Great Spirit or man, we know not. We know he cannot be slain by the enemies of the king. So when the king had heard these words, he said unto them, I know that it is the Great Spirit, and has come down at this time to preserve your lives, that I may not slay ye, as I did your brethren. This is the Great Spirit of whom our fathers have spoken about. So King Lamonti would have killed his servants if his flock, scattered flock, had not been gathered. So he's feeling kind of guilty about this. That there was a Great Spirit, that they believed in the Great Spirit, and whatsoever the Great Spirit did was right. So Lamoni is suffering inside. For he had slain many of them because they had scattered their flock. Because they had scattered their flocks, they were slain. The Ammonites were known to scatter flocks. They were what I guess is described here, almost like cattle rustlers. Where is this man that has such great power? And they said unto him, behold, he is feeding thy horse. Now the king had commanded that his servants previous at the time of the watering of the flock, that they should prepare his horses and chariots and conduct him forth to the land of Nephi. So Ammon is out doing the next job. So he's came in, he's took care of the herd, so he's on the outside. And when it came to pass that Ammon had went to the king, he saw the king's countenance had changed. The king calls for him. You want to talk with him. But the king, for some reason, like I say, he has a problem here. He said unto the king, therefore Alma turned unto the king and said, what thou that I should do for thee, O king? And the king said, nothing. And this goes on several times. He just said, well, an hour's time. He just said nothing. And finally, Ammon said unto him, what desires of me, king? But the king answered not. And it came to pass that Ammon, being filled with the Spirit of God, therefore he perceived the thoughts of the king. And he said unto him, is it because thou hast heard that I defended thy flock, and slew 7 of their brethren with the slain, and with the sword smote off the arms of others in order to defend thy flock? Is that what it is? And he goes on to say, well, what is it so great by this? I'm your servant, so whatever that desires me to do. Basically, I'm just doing my job. Now when the king had heard these words, he marveled that Ammon could discern his thoughts. King Lamoni did say unto him, who art thou? Art thou that Great Spirit who knows all things? And Ammon said, I'm not. Well, how knowest the thoughts of my heart? If thou wilt tell me these things, whatsoever thou desirest, I will give unto thee. I will guard thee with my army. Nevertheless, you may not need them. Nevertheless, whatsoever thou desirest of me, I will grant unto ye. And Ammon just says, well, thou hearken to my word. And the king says, sure. And Ammon began to speak with boldness. Believest thou that there is a God? Lamoni said, I do not know what thou meanest. And Ammon said, believest thou that there is a great spirit? And he said, yes. And Ammon said, this is God. The great spirit created all things which are in heaven and earth. This is God. And in the heavens is the place where God lives, where God dwells with all his holy angels. And he looketh down upon all the children of men, and he knows all the thoughts and contents of their heart. This is what Ammon said. And King Lemini believed all these things which thou hast spoken. And he asked, art thou sent from God? And Ammon said unto him, I am a man, and a man in the beginning created after the image of God, and I am called by his Holy Spirit to teach his people to know of that which is just and true, and a portion of that Spirit dwelleth in me, which giveth me knowledge and a power according to my faith and desires which are in God. And after Ammon had said these words, he told him the things concerning the holy scriptures. He told them about his forefathers and their struggles in the wilderness. He just brought them up to date, even to the present time. But that is not all. He expounded unto him the plan of redemption, which was prepared from the foundation of the world. He also made known unto them the coming of Christ, and all the works of the Lord he made known unto them. So he goes very far into the future. After all these things, he turned to the king and said, do you believe? And the king cried out, O Lord, have mercy upon me and my people. And when he had said that, he fell unto the earth as if he was dead. He was taken by his servants. They took him and carried him unto his wife, laid him upon the bed as if he were dead for a space of 2 days and 2 nights. His wife and sons and daughters mourned over him. And on that note, this is the Black Mormon Reader. Until next time.